Season 6 of the Clone Wars. Now, this season is interesting, because this is, from what I can tell, Season 5 was the last season, then the Season 6 was kind of the leftovers that the team worked on, and so they decided to release it on Netflix. 13 episodes, and that counts as a season. I count it as a final season. I don't count this. So, I mean, Season 5 is, I would say, has a better finale, because it's more, like, kind of epic. But the Season 6 finale is pretty good. This season, what it does, there's a lot of references to films, from what I noticed, because this is the last, like, season of the show, basically. It wants to tie into the films, I get that. It's understandable. I actually like that. Makes it, interesting. It gives new light on the films, because this is more directed towards that, to make it more flow into Revenge of the Sith, which is always a good thing. But I like these episodes. Now, they're good. It's weird because, like, Season 6 is weird for me, because it's good, it's great, but it's not like, wow, amazing, like, oh my god, left me, like, stunned. No, it's just a good season. And it's a season I can actually just watch without the rest of the show, really. I mean, there is some stuff that needs prior watching, but for the majority of it, you don't really need to really watch most of the show. I mean, also what's kind of crazy is that Ahsoka isn't really in this, except for like a cameo and kind of a flash, or like, I don't know what's called, like a flash alternate version type of thing. I don't know what to call it. The first arc was Fives, the clone. That's a very good arc. Seeing the inhibitor chips and how they work, like I said, it's very connected to the films, and I really like that. It's a really tragic tale, and it shines a light on the dark side of Kamino and the darkness, because what the Clone Wars does best is it makes you question who is good and who is bad. The good guys are the bad guys. You don't know who to trust. Even in the arc, 5 trusts Shakti, but even then I don't really trust her in the arc. She doesn't really seem that. It's like, I feel the vibe of untrustworthiness in that arc. That's basically what it is. It's a lot of untrustworthiness. So that's a good arc. Then you have the banking arc. Yes, it's very interesting, yeah. I actually found it interesting in the last episode, when Clovis actually became, like, the head of bank. Because Clovis was a villain in Season 2. He was a bad guy, but now he's not anymore. And I'm like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. And it, like I said, it's with the strengths of the show, making it's gray. The show is gray now. There is no black and white. Everyone's both bad and good, just like real life. Everyone's bad and good. And I like that. A bad person is redeemed. And even Clovis's story, like, it's kind of cool. I like it. I like that, because he went from this villain to actually serving the bank and generally wanting to be good. But it bites him in the ass because he's working for Dooku, and he ends up getting killed. Also, that arc has that whole marriage trope of like, oh, we're splitting up. But they do it well. It's not distracting at all. A little bit, but not to where other shows deal with it. Then we have the Jar Jar arc, which I found to be very funny and silly. I think Jar Jar works well in this show because he's not like this walking buffoon that the Phantom Menace kind of gave us. In the Clone Wars, he's very, like, he's not as clumsy, but he's clumsy when the plot needs him to be, whether it's like a distraction. That's mainly what Jar Jar is used for, is distractions, and that's the case in this two-parter. He's a distraction in one of the episodes, which is always something that he does well, because he is basically a bumbling idiot. And finally, we have the Yoda arc. Now that's a good arc, because I thought the arc was 3 parts, but no, it's 4. Because the first episode I thought was a really good standalone episode. I even saw it was standalone. Then I watched the second one, like, oh, it's actually the second part of this, okay. I really liked the first part, and I would just watch it by itself. It's really good. It connects to the film. Like I said, that's the whole entire theme of the season. It revolves around the films more than any other season. But only was the first episode, and yeah, the other episodes do. Actually, the entire arc does. hinge on that with the Force Ghost, the Qui-Gon talks to Yoda, and he goes to Dagobah. Then he goes to the other planets, where it's cool. It's not action-packed. It's very metaphorical, you know. I can't describe it in details, but it's very metaphorical. Yoda dealing with his demons, a physical demon, and also dealing with what's going to come in the future, being, you know, the Purge, Order 66, the Empire, all that type of stuff. It's really good. I like it. I like this season as a whole, but it's not it's so difficult for me because it's good, but it's not like wow, amazing good. With that being said, where does Season 6 of the Clone Wars lie in my rankings? Season 6 of the Clone Wars is above Season 3, but below Season 4. So it's up there, but it's not above Season 4 or 5. That's not the case. Season 4 and 5 are both very good seasons, very excellent. God tier. Season 6 is just below God tier in that regard. It's still a really good season. You can watch it without watching anything else. It's a unique season, and I respect it for that. It still has that Clone Wars that a lot of people love, but it's a unique spin to it, which I like. So that out of the way, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. I'm gonna go now, so goodbye everyone.